Good morning, everyone. We're here in Cotabato City live to give you updates on the status now of the plebiscite. My name is Pia Ranada, and with
Hi, I'm Sophie Tama Cruz.
Hi. So we're the team of Rappler assigned to Cotabato City, and we've been covering the plebiscite since the 19th. We've been here covering the various groups and events that have been taking place here in the city, and now we're going to give you some updates on the canvassing. So we're actually at the Sharif Kabunsuan Cultural Complex, and this is where the Cotabato City Board of Canvassers is currently canvassing election results from the city, all over the city. And just to give you an update, as of right now, they have already been able to canvass 74 out of 374 election results from all over the city. So that's 20% of the total. And we spoke earlier with COMELEC spokesman James Jimenez, and he was telling us that that's actually not as much work done as with the other areas in ARM and other cities that are part of the plebiscite. For example, if we compare to the Maguindanao output right now, they've actually been able to do 50% of the work, meaning they've been able to canvass 50% of the election results, election returns. So they're halfway done. But as we can see, if we look at Cotabato City, they're only 20% done as of this morning. Just to give you maybe context on this, we're actually having manual elections. This is the manual format, so it's a lot slower. And actually, if it was automatic, Jimenez was saying that we'd be done by now, because just to give you an idea of the kind of work it takes during in a manual format, the precincts are done here. They're counted. The ballots are opened manually, and the details of each ballot are read out, and somebody confirms if they've received the election return, the document that has the counts per precinct. So it's kind of slow going work. For example, the voting yesterday closed at 3 p.m. and they had to count, and the counting lasted for 3 hours. It ended 6 p.m. Versus if it were automated, they would have already been done as soon as the as soon as the voting closed. So it would have only taken transmission, and if we were in an automated format, we'd already know the results at this time. So now we're going. Sophia, can you just explain?
Yeah. So actually, what can be expected from the City Board of Canvassers is once all the votes here, all the election results here are counted, it would result in a certificate of canvass, which would then be forwarded up towards until it reaches the National Board of Canvassers in COMELEC in Manila. And today they're also going to be starting their own canvassing from the results that they received from other provinces. After that, in about 4 days, we'll know the final results. But as for the results here in Cotabato City, that should be known, hopefully, COMELEC is saying, hopefully by sometime around lunch today. But besides all the counting here that's been happening, there's also still a lot of teachers and police who have been waiting here in the cultural complex since yesterday at about 6 p.m. But we have to remember that before that, they've been up even earlier because they've had to prepare for the plebiscite and the voting itself yesterday. Now, we've interviewed some of them. Of course, understandably, they're all very tired, and a lot of them have mixed emotions, but then I think we can say that they're also really excited to be here. Many of them say they have no regrets because they know that this is a historic moment that they all want to be a part of, and they're saying that as government workers, it's also part of their service to the public. And but as you've seen yesterday, and as we've seen yesterday, many of them were sleeping in the lobby of the cultural complex here. They had to stay overnight. A lot of them haven't had the chance to eat yet or go home, but they're hoping that they can do that soon. And if you see behind us, there are just a few more left here sitting in the seats. So yeah.
Also, to give you an idea of what happened last night, because the canvassing here began around 6 p.m. last night, they stopped around 1:30 a.m. Of course, everyone was tired. Understandably, they wanted to sleep, and they resumed today. Supposedly, their target was to resume at 6 a.m., but they were only able to start the canvassing at around 7:08 a.m. And they've been able to open, I think, 2 ballots. We were here listening to the process. So we expect that throughout the day there'll be, also counting down, and maybe hopefully we'll see some numbers read out within a few hours.
And actually, that number, the number of 74 out of 374 is going to rise soon, because the second ballot box they opened had around 110 election returns. So stay tuned with us, and we'll give you more updates as the day goes by.